Hello, hello, what's up, everybody in Facebook world? Hello, this is Daniel Higgins coming to you live. I just wanted to jump on here and share some great information as always. And I love the Matrix movies. So, hey, why not talk about a great movie, right? Why not talk about a great movie and why not talk about mindset and everything like that all together, all in one, right? How's it going, Mr. Antoine Flippin? And for those of you catching this on YouTube, I'm just saying hello to some of my Facebook friends, business partners from different places in the world. What's up, Mr. Antoine Flippin in Cali? Look forward to seeing you next week, sir, in just a few more days. What's going on, Giles? What's going on, Robin? How you doing? So, guys, we're just going to jump on here and talk a little bit. Are you caught in the Matrix? Oh, my goodness. So today is actually this week is like the 20-year anniversary of one of my favorite movies. I love the Matrix trilogy. I love the whole saga. I got a little nerd side to me, so yep, absolutely. So that's what's going on tonight. What's going on, Lorenzo? How's it going? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. What's going on, Karen? How are you doing? Good to see you guys out tonight. Oh, yeah. Good to see you, Mr. Flippin. Good to see you on the stream. So, guys, I'll kind of start chatting in a little bit, and everybody will kind of join in and chime in. Are you caught in the Matrix? Man, it's definitely one of my favorite movies, like I mentioned. So, what's up, Sister Fatima? How are you doing? So, definitely one of my favorite movies, and there's so many correlations to that movie in real life and things that you could apply it to. But that's like with every good movie, with every good thing that you could glean certain wealth building principles and success stories. You could glean a lot of stuff from different things. Wisdom is all around us, so you can always glean information from that. So one thing I want to talk about is this book that I'm rereading, listening to. So Rich Dad Poor Dad, author Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, Before You Quit Your Job, 10 real life lessons for building a multi-million-dollar business. So one of the things that he drives home, yeah, I can't wait for the Let's Go Weekend too. One of the things that he drives home in this book, there's a lot of different great principles in this book, but one of the things that he drives home is we're trained, okay? We're trained. We're in a system that trains us. So we're already plugged in, most of us, we're already plugged into a system that trains us to be employees. That's our current system right now, our current educational system and our current mindset. So we're talking about, hey, are you caught in the Matrix? Are you tied up? Are you in a system that's not benefiting you in different things, different mindsets, right? So in the book, he asks his rich dad a question. He's like, hey, are entrepreneurs born? Are they made? And the rich dad, of course, was like, that's a silly question. Everyone can be trained. Everyone can be trained to be either an entrepreneur or an employee. Right now, at the forefront, our educational system and our mindset is very focused on training people and developing people to be employees. So because of that, we're kind of caught in that matrix. We're caught in that alternate reality that we don't always need to be in. We can actually unplug from that and be trained to be an entrepreneur. And I see even more why Robert Kiyosaki in his books kind of helps and encourages people to connect with starting a business, because it'll help shift actually in this industry that we're in, it'll help you shift. What's going on, Bill? Help you shift from being an employee and having that employee mindset and move into having a business mindset and an investor mindset, because they are different. They're completely different. They're on opposite sides of the spectrum, and there's huge benefits for changing that mindset, unplugging from the matrix of you have to exchange your time to create income, right? Because that's what I grew up with. That's what I was surrounded by. My dad was a welder. He went to work. My mom was a nurse. She went to work. They exchanged their time. The most valuable thing they had, they were exchanging that for money. So you would think, hey, that's what I have to do, because we grew up in that. That was our matrix. That's what we were plugged into. And now that system, which is broken, because if you want to create wealth, abundance, you cannot create wealth and abundance, substantial wealth and abundance, in a system that is created, that's linear, that's limited, right? So you got to shift from that employee mindset and slide over. You got to slide over to being an entrepreneur, and after connect to something that's going to help you bridge that gap, something that's going to help educate and renew your mind, to unplug you from that matrix of you have to take your most precious thing, your time, and exchange it for a certain dollar amount. You want to tap into, so this is us unplugging from the matrix, you want to tap into leverage to create wealth. It is a different system than the employee system. It is a different system. What's going on? It is a completely different system than the system that we were focused on when we grew up, or when we were trained to be employees. And there's nothing wrong with being an employee. This is if you want to unplug and move into creating wealth. If you want to unplug from the matrix of trying to be at a job or a career and trying to create wealth there, where it's not designed to do that. Another huge thing that he talks about in this book is that being an employee is actually a new phenomenon. He talks a lot about when everything was starting, everyone had their own business. Everyone was an entrepreneur, a small business entrepreneur, but everyone started as an entrepreneur. And the job was always a temporary thing. But now we've been plugged into a system now where it's all employee focused. So it's always weird to people when someone starts a job. And that's why when someone posts, hey, I just got a job, they get 1,000 likes. And someone posts, hey, I just started a business, they get 2 or 3 likes, because it's like, wait a minute, what are you doing? You're unplugging from the matrix. There's this amazing picture that we put on some of our flyers for our Kickstart Your Dreams events. And it's very simple. It's a very clear illustration. There's a large amount of people going to the right, and there's only one person going to the left. And you see a big fork in the road, and the masses are going this way. Another amazing book that definitely you want to read is the Think and Grow Rich. And it talks a lot about, to create wealth and to create success in your life, you're going to have to do something different than the masses. So if the masses are doing this, you need to be stepping out and going a different direction. That's if you want to create substantial wealth, if you want to create financial freedom. There's a part in the movie, The Matrix, where Neo and Morpheus, man, they're at it. They're training, they're fighting, and they're in the Matrix plugged into an artificial system, and they're fighting and fighting and fighting. And then Morpheus kind of just leans in. He leans into Neo. He just leans in. And he says, do you think that's air that you're breathing? Oh, man, I love that part. But he leans in. He's like, do you think that's air that you're breathing? And he's just trying to drive home a point that you're plugged into the system. You're superior than the system that you're plugged into. You are superior than the system that you're plugged into. Some of you may not be able to put your finger on what you feel is wrong, what you feel is off. I know the Matrix talks about that a lot. What you feel is off. You might not be able to pinpoint it, right? But Karatbars International, what we're doing here is helping people shift from, if you choose to, if you want to, you can actually shift from being an employee and having that focus of, just supporting someone else's dream. And there's nothing wrong with being an employee if that's your ultimate goal. But if you're looking to create substantial wealth, if there's a dream inside of you, you're going to want to chase that dream. You're going to want to do something to build and support that dream, that God-given passion that you have inside of you. And you can actually tap into things that help do that. Okay? Yep, if people only knew, right? So here I am just trying to share it. Are you caught in the matrix? Are you caught in the matrix? How about your monetary history? Do you know monetary history? You know, that's important for your financial future, understanding money, actual real money. Where does it come from? What should it be doing? What are the characteristics of money? You know, a lot of people work several hours a week, 40, 60. I know I work more than 50 to 60 hours a week. What are you working for? Because if you're working for this dollar bill, it keeps losing value year after year. Do you know about monetary history? Do you know that your US dollars used to be backed by physical gold? Do you know that? Why is that important? We're talking about being caught in the matrix. We're talking about unplugging from a system that might not be working to benefit you. The system might be set up to benefit others, but it's not benefiting you. So why is it important to know that this, according to monetary history, was always connected to this until someone made a decision to separate the two? And the moment they were separated, because this is physical gold, it holds its purchasing power year after year. Year after year after year, this holds its purchasing power year after year after year. One of the most important characteristics of money, real money, is that it's supposed to be a store of value over long periods of time. So this gets a passing grade, and this will be the best form of money. And then we also have it in tenth of a gram. So this is about $5 US of cash gold. So this is the best and the only form. This is money. This is real money, according to monetary history. This is a receipt that used to claim physical gold. Now that they've disconnected this dollar bill, US dollars, pounds, all of the currencies are connected to the US debt. Now this becomes a debt instrument. But we want to get out of debt. We want to be debt free. We want to unplug from the matrix. This system has everyone in debt, including the actual countries that print it and that are connected to it. This is a debt-based system. This is a real money system. So every time you connect and you get physical gold, according to monetary history, I would highly recommend that you listen to a YouTube by Mr. Mike Maloney. It's called The Hidden Secrets of Money. And I have it on my YouTube channel also. You can also look through my Facebook stream and you can see I did a special kind of edition of The Hidden Secrets of Money because Mr. Mike Maloney presents a global problem. But then I also present a global solution, which is Karatbars International. You might not know that there's a problem. You might be caught in the matrix. You might be blissfully unaware that our monetary system is based in actual debt, and that's why the debt is going to keep going up and up. Because every time they print more of these, our country is in debt. In debt to who? I won't answer that tonight. But this is real money. If I gave you an opportunity to get this 2.5 gram gold card, I should have had a 1 gram card. But if I had given most people an opportunity to take this physical 2.5 gold card that has hologram security on it, a certificate of authenticity in the back, it's stamped by LBMA, it's certified, it's real stuff. If I gave you an opportunity to take this or this $100 bill, most people, because they're plugged into the matrix, they'll say, hey, give me that. I know about this. I'll spend this. But this is a $100 bill, so this will only be $100. And guess what else? It keeps losing purchasing power every single year, month after month, moment after moment. Because whenever you flood the market with this, whenever you continue to print something or create something in abundance, whenever you flood the market with something, the value of it goes down. Who's flooding the market with this? Who's flooding the market with physical gold? Gold comes from the earth. You have to pull it out of the ground, right? You have to pull it out of the ground. So this is physical gold. It is the best form of money. So if you want to unplug from the matrix, you got to stop. And I understand that you can use it to pay bills, things like that. But in terms of saving for your financial future, you can't save in this if you want a bright financial future. You just have to save in physical gold. That's part of our matrix, unfortunately, is that we are used to using currencies that keep losing value, losing purchasing power. Every single day, this dollar bill, this $100 bill is losing purchasing power. Every time this is going down in value, literally, this continues to hold its purchasing power year after year, year after year after year. And that's part of us being plugged into the matrix. We don't even know what real money is. We don't know what real money is because we haven't been shown, educated, and taught that gold is the only real money. J.P. Morgan said, gold is money, everything else is credit. So those big Chase buildings that you go to, that big Chase bank account that you might have, the person who was instrumental in creating that bank that you go to says gold is real money and everything else is debt. And we all want to get out of debt, but we don't know that there's a system to help us do that. So I definitely encourage you to watch The Hidden Secrets of Money on Mike Maloney's YouTube channel, or even on my YouTube channel, where I actually present Karatbars afterwards as a global solution, because this is a global problem. Are you caught in the matrix? Are you stuck in a system that's not benefiting you financially and you don't know what to do? Now, there's this amazing video that one of the motivational speakers had, and he was talking about falling off the broke cliff. And he said people just lining up to jump into being an employee for 40 years, trying to work out pensions, trying to do retirements. People see that the 401k is failing. People see that most people are losing money in that type of investment, but they're just getting in line. My dad got a job, so I'm going to get a job. My mom had a job, so I'm going to get a job. My mom and my dad went and got their college education, so I'm going to get my college education. If you're only doing what the masses are doing, what I talked about earlier, then you're going to be missing the boat. You're going to be stuck in the matrix, and you're not going to be able to unplug. So I encourage you guys to unplug. Get back with whoever's sharing Karatbars International with you. 60 Minutes is a very reputable company that does, of course, documentaries and interviews and all that stuff. So go to YouTube, look up 401k Fallout, and it's by 60 Minutes, where they interview people that are going through the situation where they are losing money in their 401k, right? One of our amazing leaders, and that's my website and link, kickstartyourdreams.net. If I'm the first person sharing Karatbars International with you, if I'm the first person encouraging you to take the pill that is going to create freedom in your life as opposed to being stuck in the matrix, that's our website. So jump on there and you'll get further details. But one of our amazing leaders in Karatbars, Mr. Alan Austin, he was talking about this huge financial fallout that we have. And he said, hey, the matrix is real. People are continuing to take their money and put it into a system that is documented to crash and fail every few years because they don't know a better way. They don't know of this option that Karatbars International offers, where we actually get paid on a MasterCard. See the MasterCard logo, you see the Karatbars logo. We get paid on a MasterCard to keep our money in physical gold. So every time, guys, listen to me, every time I take some of my US dollars, because I'm in the United States, I'm in Georgia, so every time I take some of my US dollars and I convert it to physical gold, I get paid. I took some of my own money, I saved my own money, I kept it in physical gold, and then I get paid on top of that. I already told you gold holds its purchasing power every single year. every single, it's guaranteed because gold is the only money. It keeps its purchasing power year after year. This is something that I'm doing for my family, so I'm encouraging you guys to do the same. But I'm going to continue doing this because this is going to benefit my family financially, like I said. Now, a huge thing too is that we've been taught in this matrix to continue to exchange our time for dollars. We've been taught in this matrix that we're supposed to use a job to create income, and that's not the whole truth. You can definitely use your job. You can use that as a launching pad to launch your goals and dreams. But if you want to create true wealth, you want to, just like how Robert Kiyosaki talks a lot about in this book and others, his Cash Flow Quadrant book, his Rich Dad Poor Dad book, you want to be acquiring physical assets. You want to be acquiring things that put money in your pocket. So hear me now, hear me loud and clear. Karatbars is the only business right now in the world where you operate on both sides of the cash flow quadrant, and the positive side, business owner and investor at the same time. It is the only business that does that, and it does it in an aggressive manner. So if you're watching this stream and you're telling yourself, well, Daniel, that's great for you, you like talking to people, things like that, you can actually go right into Karatbars and start investing. Investors don't need to talk to people. All they need to do is take their money and actually save some of their money in physical gold. And we also have the world's first cryptocurrency that is, guess what? Backed by physical gold. So it will never go to zero. It'll never be worth nothing because it's backed by an actual asset. The asset is physical gold. So guys, we're using this tool of Karatbars International to finance our personal goals and dreams. We're taking some of our dollars, some of our US dollars, and saving it in physical gold, and we actually get paid to do so. Unplug from the matrix. Everything I'm telling you is just simple facts. It's simple math where over year after year after year, the gold keeps its purchasing power. It's able to buy more goods and services every single year, and our US dollar or whatever currency you're in continues to drop in value. You know, I love Mr. Boomer. Dan Boomer Geronimo was one of our amazing global leaders in Karatbars International, and he just made it so simple. This is all we do in Karatbars. We take some of our dollar bills, we save it in physical gold, save some of it, not all of it. I know you need some currency to pay bills and do transactions. I understand that, even though Karatbars is already on the cutting edge of changing that. But you need some money to pay your bills and things like that. So keep the money in the bank for that. But you take some of your physical, some of your currency that keeps losing its purchasing power, and you exchange it for the superior product, which is physical gold that keeps its purchasing power year after year. And it just increases in value because they keep printing more and more of this. So as you take some of this and save it in physical gold, you win. You equal out everything that's going on in this global economy. You'll never be able to control QE4, QE5, QE8, quantitative easing, where they decide to print a whole lot of this and just flood the market with it. You're never going to be able to control that part. But you can control taking some of your currency and going ahead and saving it in physical gold. Anybody can do that. You don't need a team to do it because you just click a few buttons on Karatbars' website where you can create a free self-directed account. And then you can start acquiring physical gold to secure your family's future, financial future. And like I said, Karatbars is the only place where you can actually have you shift over from employee or self-employed over to being a business owner and an investor. So if the business owner part doesn't appeal to you, helping others doesn't appeal to you, like I said, Karatbars International operates in both the B and the I part of the cash flow quadrant, which is actually the best part of the cash flow quadrant. In this book, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki talks about, this is before you quit your job, 10 real-life lessons for you to help grow and create a multi-million-dollar business. He talks a lot about in this book that you want to be on the B and I side of the cash flow quadrant because you pay less in taxes. All the tax benefits are over in the B and I part of the cash flow quadrant. So benefits to you is you slide into investor and business owner, and you can actually do that in Karatbars International, and you can actually start with a free self-directed account. What's going on, Tori? How you doing? So you can start with a free self-directed account with Karatbars International and start shifting from employee over to, what's going on, Big Pill? What's going on, Mr. Roger Williams? So you can shift over from being an employee or self-employed over to big business owner and investor. It's amazing. We're surrounded by some great sole proprietors, and they are aggressively pursuing this. There's business owners from all different walks of life. I just posted a video, a success story of who turns up after midnight. Yep, Daniel does. Ahoo. So is it after midnight? Yeah, whatever. So yeah, I just posted a video of one of the business owners that is connected with Karatbars International. She owns a driving company over in London, and she is amazing. She just shared her success story of how she got connected with Karatbars International. So there's sole proprietors of all different walks of life. All different walks of life. All different walks of life. What's up, Mr. Roger Williams, brother? So yeah, so there's that. You just don't want to be caught in the Matrix, guys. I love the movie. I love the movie The Matrix. I love the sci-fi. I love the action. I love the adventure. I love the gunplay. I love all of it. It's just really fun. I just enjoy that. I got my nerd side in full display tonight, but it's very, very important that we just want the best for you. Whoever's sharing Karatbars International with you, get back with them. They're going to offer you the red pill and the blue pill. You could watch the videos or you can not watch the videos. You can find out further information about what's different about Karatbars International, or you could completely ignore the posts that they're sharing with you. You can completely ignore their messages. You can completely ignore anything that they send to you, and then you will continue to stay plugged into your current system, which is you being caught up in the Matrix. So I encourage you to do what's best for your financial future, and take a look at the videos and the information that someone is sharing with you. They cared enough about you to share some great information. Something that I found out when I started this success journey with Karatbars International is that some people around me were acquiring physical gold, and they knew the benefits. They understood that this was losing value, so they started acquiring physical gold. Now, they weren't in Karatbars, but they were acquiring and taking some of their money and getting physical gold, and they weren't telling anybody. They didn't tell me about it. They didn't tell me why they were doing it, but they were protecting their families and not telling anyone else. I've made the decision to share this information with people because I just can't know that something is benefiting me financially and helping people around the world change their financial scope and change what's going on in terms of generations of maybe bad habits or generations of being an employee and not pursuing your dream and not share it with someone. Karatbars is a tool to help you reach your goals and dreams. We are using this tool of taking some of our currency and saving it in physical gold and getting paid to do so. We get paid to save our own money. So you got to unplug from the Matrix. When I say we get paid to keep our money in the best form of money. The only real money is physical gold. Everything else is debt. That's a quote from Mr. Chase himself. JP Morgan. JP Morgan Chase. He said gold is real money. Everything else is debt. So creating financial freedom, you're going to want to understand the foundation of financial freedom. You're going to want to understand monetary history. We talked about that a little bit before. Monetary history is very important. So reviewing the short videos called The Hidden Secrets of Money by Mr. Mike Maloney. He's not connected to Karatbars International. He is an economist. He's a monetary history specialist that took the time to produce those YouTube videos because he saw what was going on and he saw that there was a need and no one else was filling that need. No one else was sharing that information and helping others with that information. So he decided to share that information to benefit you financially. So Karatbars International comes in and they're actually putting gold in small quantities where everyone in the world can get it. This is 1/10 of a gram of gold. This is about $5-6 US. And this is a 2.5 gram card. This is a little bit more. I don't have a 1 gram card on me right now. But a 1 gram card is about $40 to $50 US. All right, so you can start exchanging some of your currency, some of these failing dollar bills, and slide it over, right? That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. That's all we're talking about. And what's great is that Mr. Robert Kiyosaki talks a lot about our industry because he views this industry as entrepreneurial development. He feels that once someone gets inside of something like a Karatbars International, that you'll be able to learn how to shift from being an employee or self-employed because you'll have time, you'll have support, you'll be able to shift and transition from being an employee and connected to that part of the matrix and sliding over to big business owner investor, where those two sides create income aggressively, create wealth for you and everyone connected. This is another thing you have to unplug from in terms of the matrix. This is a business where we get paid to help others. So if you have a mindset that says, I don't want to get paid off of helping others, that's not the right mindset. You want to unplug from the matrix. You want to unplug from the matrix because right now you refer and recommend things all the time and you just don't get paid for it. You recommend and refer people to watch a movie. You recommend and I'm referring people to The Matrix over and over again tonight because I just love that movie. And it just so happens that it's the 20-year anniversary and it sparked my imagination and it sparked some stuff that I've been reading. I've been reading Before You Quit Your Job, or rereading, and then rereading The Richest Man in Babylon. These are things that you got to read these books. These are just amazing books. Another amazing book is Think and Grow Rich, or Think and Grow Rich and Black Choice. You want to read all of those because success is really, it's the books you read, it's the people you surround yourself with, right? So we continue to share information. Yep. So we're plugging into a system that creates generational wealth is what Tori just mentioned. So for everybody watching on YouTube, I'm not just talking to myself. I'm talking with you and I'm talking to our global team that's plugged into our Facebook, right? So guys, get back with whoever's sharing Karatbars International with you. That was all the stuff that was on my heart to share. When I have an outline, it's going to be a minute. I don't know how long I've been talking for, so I think I'm going to quit now. All right, so guys, get back to whoever's sharing Karatbars International with you. They absolutely have your best interests at heart. I want to thank everybody for joining the live stream. Everybody who's going to catch this on YouTube, my contact information and my website is going to be on the bottom of the page. Karatbars International is actively doing business in over 120 countries, over 130 countries right now. I think we're right at 137. So we're having a huge event next week called the Let's Go Weekend in Atlanta, Georgia. I love Let's Go Weekend so much. I live in Atlanta. I moved to Atlanta, and I'm going to actually drive to the event. Now, you guys will get that later on. But it's very important that we participate in these live events. We have people from all over the world flying in from Germany, Hawaii, from all over the UK, flying in to connect with Karatbars International, and most importantly, flying in to connect with people that they've been able to connect and do business with and help support their goals and dreams. That's another huge thing that you have to unplug from in terms of being caught in the matrix. Everyone in Karatbars International literally wants you to be successful. People in your direct line of sponsorship, people across line. This business, especially our Wealth Builders Worldwide team and family, is so focused on helping others. You got to unplug from that thought process that might say that people are here to take advantage of you, or people are here to try and one-up you or do something that's going to be not beneficial for you. Like I said, I get paid. I take some of my currency, and I save it in physical gold. That's what I'm doing for myself and for my family. Every time I take some of this money and I save in physical gold, I get paid. I get paid on a prepaid MasterCard. I'm sharing that information with you. I'm going to continue doing this because it's going to benefit my family financially. I would encourage you to join whoever's sharing this with you. Unplug from the matrix. Take that second thought out of the way, watch the information that they share with you, and get right back to them and let them know that you're ready to get started with your free Karatbars affiliate account. Yes, I said it's free. Unplug from the matrix. You're watching me on a free platform that is not creating any income for you. So why not plug into a system that's free that you can actually create income, as opposed to being the person that is not financially benefiting from using that system, okay? So you guys get back whoever's sharing Karatbars International with you. They actually have your best interests at heart. This is Daniel Higgins. I'm completely signing off now. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Share this out to your teams. If you're watching this on Facebook, my link is on the bottom of the stream throughout. So if you want to get connected with me, if no one else is sharing Karatbars International with you and I'm the first one sharing it with you, go ahead and join. I had a wonderful business affiliate join on a live stream from Trinidad several years ago while I was doing a live stream. I think I was in Disney. I think I was in California in Disney, or somewhere in Disney. I might have been in Florida, but whatever. So connect to this global business. We're here to support your dreams and goals. And Karatbars is a great instrument to use to reach your actual goals and dreams. It is a tool to help you finance your goals and dreams, okay? So get back with the person sharing Karatbars International with you immediately. You're not going to be caught in the matrix anymore. You're going to get back with that person. You're going to watch some short videos, and you're going to get excited about the opportunity to create financial freedom in your life, to shift from employee and take that mindset of employee, put it aside, and slide over to being a business owner and investor, all at the same time as you shift into chasing your goals and dreams. Thank you guys for your time. I will see you on the next live stream.